All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello and welcome to my second week of the Catholic Teacher Summer Series. This week, I'm going to be talking to you about why you should be using collaborative posters in your classroom. And I'm going to be giving you 4 different ways or reasons and ways to use them in your religion class. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will go ahead and get started. All righty. All right, so today I'm talking about why you need to use collaborative posters in your religion class. And so just a reminder to stay until the end today to have a chance to win a $10 gift card to my store. Winners must be attending live in order to win. And I will, because of the way that I'm doing this, using Zoom to present to you guys, I can't see any comments. So I will, as soon as this is done, I'll hop off and pick my winner. And so I also have a new freebie for you guys at the end as well. So be sure to stick around after all the tips. So before we dive into 4 different ways and tips for using collaborative posters in your classroom, I did want to tell you a little bit about what a collaborative poster is. And so the picture that you see here is my St. Francis picture, and you can kind of see that there's little squares. And what a collaborative poster is each student gets a page. It's a regular 8.5 by 11 page, and it has one piece of the poster on it, and they color that in. So when you put them all together, it creates a awesome, much larger poster that all the kids have worked on together. So all the posters that I create come in 18 pieces, 24 pieces, or 36 pieces, because I know we have so many different classroom sizes or grades, or maybe using whole school, whatever. So it gives you some options of how many pieces. Same poster, just spliced differently. So that is what a collaborative poster is. So the first reason that I love using collaborative posters in my classroom are that they're a super prayerful activity. I like to play quiet music, whether it's instrumental music or as if you've been around for a while, I love myself some Cedar Mount Kids. I tend to turn the lights off and just have the sunlight come in, or I'll put on my little Christmas lights. You can also do a meditation. You can do, I know the curriculum that we use, Loyola Press has some meditations integrated into our curriculum, but you can also use Hallow with your kids, which is an app. And so there are many different ways that you can do this, but I tend to like it to be pretty quiet, especially when we're doing our religion collaborative posters. So it's nice and quiet. The kids are focused on what they're doing, and it can become a very prayerful activity while they're coloring. So that's kind of how I like to do work on the collaborative posters. It really builds community within the classroom. The students can work together. I have all of my posters are numbered, so it'll say like this is A1, A2, and they can kind of figure out where theirs line up with each other. And so someone will be like, I'm doing a blue background, and they're like, if you're doing A2, try to do a blue background too. And so they'll work together to make the poster look more cohesive. Sometimes they don't do that, and it's totally random, but awesome looking as well. I often have students really compliment each other and be like, you did such an awesome job, or way to take a unique twist on that part of the poster. So because they're going to be put all together in that final poster, it's really building that community, that kids are working together, and that when we work together, great things can happen. The third thing, for all the posters that I create, I put in additional activities. So every poster includes at least one activity. And I do this because I like to give context to the poster. So while the posters are awesome and beautiful within themselves, I think giving some deeper context to what you're doing with the poster is super helpful. So you can see here, for example, my religion or my Easter poster. So it does have a little Bible verse on it and has the cross. But I have the kids read about the resurrection story and then do like a little sequence activity about what they just read, and then we work on the poster. And so giving context to what we're doing, some of the posters come with a little biography. If it's a saint poster, if it's a Lent one, it's a little reflection. And so there's just different, I like to have different activities with it. I also include a coloring page of the poster. So it's just a one pager, great for your early finishers. As we know, we all have them. So sometimes I even just do the individual poster and the activity. Sometimes I do the poster and then hang the individual little coloring pages around the poster. So there's a couple of different ways that you can go about using the whole resource, but I like to include additional activities to give more context to whatever holiday or saint or whatever you're learning about within the poster. And the last reason I love using them is because honestly, they make great thought plans. So if you know you're not going to be there for a day or two, they can perhaps work on the kind of the content activity first on the first day, and then they can do the poster the second day, or even the third day they can do the individual poster or coloring page. So this can be a multi-day activity for your religion classes if you're not going to be at school. Great for earlier finishers, like I mentioned. Another great way to use it, if you have a faith buddy or mass buddies, you can do the poster with them. So pairing an older student and a younger student together to make them. If you like to change up your bulletin board for every season or every month, these make really quick, meaningful bulletin boards, and you don't really have to think about it, and the kids are doing it, and it keeps your bulletin boards current. And also works as a great calm corner option or activity. So if you have a little corner or space in your room for students to go when they just need a moment to themselves, coloring can be very therapeutic. And so having some crayons there and a poster square, and they can color just to bring themselves to a good headspace in order to return back to the classroom. So also a great calm corner option for you. And that's another example of one of my posters. That's my original poster that I love doing with my kids every year in May. So that's the Hail Mary one. Again, you can see that each square is unique and turns into a beautiful poster when you're done. All right. Well, I love making these posters. You can find 20 right now, 20 different posters, just religion ones, in my Seton Scholars teacher membership, which I'm going to talk about just real quick. It's a teacher membership just for Catholic school teachers, and has just tons and tons of resources for you. It helps you save time in our busy lives that we have. It's all faith-based. Every month you get an exclusive resource. And we have a small community that we on Facebook where you can ask questions and get help from one another. And also I post when new resources are put into the membership on there. And I'll just talk a little bit more about what else you get in the membership here. So you get a monthly resource page that has all the resources that are best to be used in that month. You have access to all the resources all the time, but the monthly pages kind of narrow it down so that you're not reinventing the wheel and that you can see what is available for you to use that month. You get a monthly blog post with just kind of a little summary of what's going on. It includes the exclusive resource for that month, along with something I call Fourth Friday Fellowship, which is just kind of a service activity that you can do with your students each month. You do get an exclusive resource every single month that can only be found in the membership. And then I also give a monthly content calendar. So it includes all the different resources that I have for all the major or not major holidays and activities that you can do. And the best part about these calendars is that they're PDFs and they have link like so if I'm looking for the Mother's Day activity, I just click on the 14th and it'll bring you right to the Mother's Day activity. So you don't even have to go searching the website. You can pull up your May calendar or whatever month we're in and click each thing and it'll bring you right to the page for each of these. So I'm trying to make planning religion class as easy as possible for you. And you can join today and receive 10% off any membership. So that includes the individual membership at the monthly, quarterly, or yearly rate, or school memberships as well. Just use the code SUMMER23 at checkout. There's a little button you have to click. It says have coupon or something like that. And you click on that and you enter SUMMER23. I will drop the link for Seton Scholars in the comments in a little bit, but you can use the bit.ly there, Seton Scholars, or scan the code there to find the Seton Scholars website. I would love to have you join. I'm really excited for all the resources that are in there, but really pumped for some of the ones that are coming up during this next school year. And again, like I mentioned, there's already 20 collaborator posters are in the membership already. So you'll have plenty to pick from if you join. And as a thank you for joining me today, I created a peace poster that says, "Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me." And this is free to all of you. So you can use the QR code there, or you can use the bit.ly peace poster, all caps, to grab this free resource. And it does have an additional activity. It has 18, 24, and 36 pieces. Makes a great start to the school year for your students. Beautiful poster that they can work on the second they walk into your classroom, have some crayons or colored pencils out, and within a half hour you can have a beautiful hallway display. So you can grab that there. Again, I'll pop this the link into the comments for you if you aren't able to grab this. And I don't want to forget to give away a $10 gift card to my store. So as we're diving into summer season where everyone starts to travel, go ahead and comment with a destination that's on your bucket list. One of mine is Italy, so we have a picture there of Italy. But in order to be entered, go ahead and drop a dream vacation place of yours, somewhere you'd love to travel to that's on your bucket list, into the comments. And then once I close this out, I will go over to the comments and pick someone to win a $10 gift card. And then next week is our last week of the Catholic Teacher Summer Series, and we're going to be talking about classroom decor with a Catholic twist. So I hope you will join me again next week, July 6th. It will be at 10 a.m. again, Central Time, and we'll be doing the same format here as I'm doing here on the Facebook Live. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're able to take something back and kind of see why collaborative posters can be so awesome and meaningful in your religion class. Have a wonderful day, everybody.